Hello, my name is Hulya Onel and I'm a naturalist at Walter B. Jacobs Memorial Nature Park, which is one of Caddo Parish parks. Are you looking for a fun hobby that you can do anytime, anywhere, and without spending too much money up front? Well, you can't go wrong with birding, commonly known as bird watching. You can do it sitting at home by the window, looking outside to your backyard, or sitting in your car looking out the window while you're jogging, while you're hiking, and anything in between. You can do it for fun, or you can record a life list. A life list is a list that is prepared by a bird study group. That's a list of birds that you can see throughout the year in different times and different seasons. And some birders hold a mark which species they see, and also they write how many. The numbers are important too for records, but you can do it for fun. You don't have to hold a life list. All you have to do is to step outside to your backyard. If you have bird feeders, fill up your bird feeders. Sunflower seeds would be a good overall choice. You can also use mixed bird seeds too. The other good thing that you can have in your backyard would be a bird bath. Since birds need to drink water and they like taking baths, a bird bath would make your backyard a popular spot for the birds. If you don't want to spend all your time sitting at home or in your backyard watching the birds in your backyard, you can go outside to the nearest park, a nature park, such as ours in Caddo Parish. We have Walter B. Jacobs Nature Parks is one of them. There are many hot spots in our park for different species. One of the things that it might make you a good bird watcher or make it fun would be having a field guide. This will help you identify the birds. Also, you will find a lot of information about where to find them according to the time of the year, or if they are even in your area. They ever come, if it is nesting season or wintering, during the wintering. So you get not also the pictures in many of the bird guides, also the information about their habits. So this is one of them. The birders like using Peterson's Field Guide to Eastern and Central North America. National Audubon Society has got one about Eastern region. Sibley is a good one with lots of information, and this is for Eastern North America, and this is National Geographic, and there are many other kinds. The thing you need to pay attention would be to make sure it covers your region, because they are prepared according to regions in different parts of the world. The other thing you might want to have is a pair of binoculars. There are some, how to decide what kind of binocular you need for bird watching. There are some specifications that will help you. When you go to buy a pair of binoculars for bird watching, you will be informed about these numbers. They're described in two numbers: 6 by 32, 8 by 32, 7 by 42, 8 by 42. Looks like mine is 8 by 42. It writes here. And these numbers have, of course, a meaning. 6 is the power of magnification. The first number is power of magnification. 6 means your binocular enlarges the object 6 times. 8 means it enlarges 8 times. Since everybody thinks the bigger I see, the better, well, that's not really good, in fact. because when it enlarges the object 6 times, it also enlarges the movement of your hand 6 times. So the smallest movement in your hand, shaking, etc., will be enlarged 6 times. So if this magnification is higher, there are 10, for example, the smallest movement will be enlarged 10 times, 8 times. This will make it hard to focus on the subject because it will be constantly kind of moving all the time. It is very tiring to try to focus on something that's all the time moving. The second number is the diameter of the objective here. The bigger the diameter, the wider the field of view is. It is a good thing to have a wide field of view, because if you're looking to a wider area, it will be easier to follow the moving and flying birds. It won't come out of your sight when they fly, and you will be able to follow them easily if you have a bigger field of view. There is a downside for this too. If it is bigger than 42, there are bigger ones, of course. As it gets bigger, it means the binocular will get bigger and heavier. And if you're gonna be birding half a day, it is gonna be hanging on your neck in time. It will become really tiring to carry that weight on your neck. So when you go to the shop, the sellers will tell you 2 kinds of information for this field of view. Either in feet, for example, this is the ideal one, the diameter of the field that you're going to be seeing. 341 feet diameter of the field that you're going to be seeing at 1,000 yards. If they give this information to you in angles, 6.5 degrees would be the angle of view, the ideal for bird watching. That's that, I think, enough for binoculars. You can decide. The most popular ones are even 7 by 42 or 8 by 42. In fact, 7 by 42 is better because it is told that the difference between the 2 numbers, the bigger it is, the better. Okay, so we talked about that. So the first thing you need to do is to step outside. When you step outside, you're gonna realize that you have been hearing the bird sounds all your life, but now you're paying attention, and you will happily realize that you recognize most of the sounds. All you have to do is, what kind of bird is making that sound? If you don't want to get stuck in your backyard, the birds are around your feeder, you can go to the nearest nature parks. For example, to our park, Walter B. Jacobs Memorial Nature Park has lots of birders coming in different times of the year. So this would be a good thing to come. And the other good thing you would be doing, advantages for bird watching, would be join the groups, bird watchers groups. The one that we have in our area is Shreveport Bird Study Group. You can find their information on their website, Shreveport Bird Study Group. You can become a member and attend their meetings. The good thing about being a member is, or being included in one of these groups, is bird watchers share their information of their observations. If they see a rare species or if they find a hot spot for bird watching, they're going to inform the other bird watchers about this. So it would be a good source of information. And you can go in groups instead of all by yourself. If you don't want to, especially for beginners, it's very beneficial to hang out with seasoned bird watchers. So that's another advantage. And the last but not the least, you have to be an early riser to get the most from your bird watching adventure, because birds, they sleep, as the sun goes down, they fall asleep, and then when they wake up in the morning, as the sun comes up at dawn, they are hungry. The first thing they do is to find the feeders and start finding food, hence the saying, early bird gets the worm. So in early morning, you're gonna be able to hear and see many birds as they are feeding. The important thing is, it would be a good thing to know habitats of some birds. For example, some birds like to nest by the water. Some you will be seeing them in tall trees. Some are spending more time in bushes, brushes, and some will be dwelling in the open fields. So don't be looking for a tall tree bird in a field. If you know their habitats, you will be looking for them. I think this would be it in a nutshell, bird watching for beginners. I hope you will enjoy your newfound hobby, and we will see you next time.